psychiatry. So in my school, we do 3 weeks this semester and then 3 weeks next semester. So it was really interesting. It's all inpatient adult psychiatry where I rotate. So there's people with depression, people with schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorder, bipolar disorder, things like that. There's also a lot of people who come in with psychosis, possibly induced by substance use like methamphetamine. It's sort of hard to tell if it's solely because of that or if they also have some mental illness in the background a lot of times. But I had a wide variety of patients and reasons that they came in, treatment plans for them. Some of them wanted to get treatment, some of them wanted to go back home. So it was a wide variety, so it was very interesting. And then I also worked with a lot of different supervisors, so residents, so those are people who have finished medical school. And so the first year after medical school, you're called an intern in your training, and then after that, you're considered a resident. And so I worked with interns, residents, I worked with a fellow, worked with attendings. So I had a wide range of education, which I was able to talk to people, and people told me about their specializations. So some of our attendings, they did child and adolescent psychiatry, so they were able to give me insights on as to how that would look. I was able to work with the clerkship director. I was able to work with a lot of people who were able to give different insights into how psychiatry works, how they practice psychiatry. That was something interesting in psychiatry. It doesn't seem like there's like a right way to do it necessarily. Some people are more willing to discharge patients, some people are less willing to discharge patients. Some people talk to patients in different ways. And so it's interesting to see like the different styles and sort of see like what my style would be if I did psychiatry. And so I enjoyed that. And then I'm just going to describe a little bit about how it is to go to a locked facility, because I had only seen it on TV and I'd never entered one before until I did this rotation. So when you enter, at least where I am, when you enter, you take your badge and you have to use your badge to enter the building entirely. You get to that wing or like that area where a group of patients will be, and then you have to use your badge to get in there. And then you can see the patients and go to their rooms and everything. And then if you want to take notes and you want to stay on that floor, or you want to talk to the nursing staff or something, then you go into the nursing area, which again, you'd use your badge. And it's interesting, it's different. It's very much not what I pictured. Like when I was there, the patients, a lot of them, most of them I would say, have 2 patients per room. Patients are of the same gender in each room. And I was surprised for the most part. They don't bother each other. It's not necessarily what you see on TV. It's not super violent all the time or anything. I saw a couple patients get irritated at each other, but nobody got hurt when I saw that. And the doctor just intervened and that was it. And then I've seen patients who are having some sort of a psychosis or something like that. And so sometimes they get agitated. A resident or an attending or fellow, they can go and order a shot. And the shot will have an antipsychotic, it'll have some medicine to help them sleep. And so it has like a mixture of medicines in it. And they give this injection, and then the patient relaxes, will go to sleep for a little while. And then they tend to wake up and they're doing better. It's very rare that you use like seclusion or restraints. I don't think I saw any patients in restraints while I was there. And so, yeah, it's an interesting thing. It wasn't always wild. I mean, there were moments where it got intense because patients are, of course, some of them having psychosis and they don't know what they're doing. But for the most part, it was relatively peaceful. I didn't go to patient rooms alone. I would always take the other student who was with me because it's safer if you're not alone in a room with a patient. You never close like a door. You don't keep your back to a patient. So in a lot of these rooms, there's 2 beds. So there's a patient in one bed. You try not to keep your back to the other patient, things like that. But otherwise, like it was really good experience. I really liked it. I liked the people I worked with. I liked everybody I worked with. I liked the patients. And I would say like the nicest thing was there were a few patients who came in and they, over the time that they were with us, they decided they wanted to stop their substance abuse, and they wanted to get treatment, and so I have hope that they are going to recover, and so that was the most rewarding thing for me. Where I live in the Inland Empire, which is sort of towards the eastern part of California and Southern California. So some places, some people, if you Google it, there's claims that this is sort of the meth capital of the United States. So there is a lot of meth use here, at least that's sort of been my experience with the patients I've seen. But I decided that I might as well do like a little bit of exercise, and so I recorded myself dancing because that's how I like to exercise, especially with COVID. It's like pretty hard to like go out and exercise, and it's like 90 degrees here, so it's been harder to exercise if it's not in my house. And so I have been exercising here, dancing, so I recorded it. And the song that I decided to put on this video, I'll put it at the end of the video, but the song that I decided to put was actually, I think my brain like subconsciously was having some interesting thoughts, so knowing that I was treating or helping treat or learn about people with methamphetamine use, it sort of, I guess, made me think about methamphetamine. And I actually remembered that my 8th grade health teacher, she actually got found after I had finished. It wasn't when I was her student, but some years later it was in the news that she was selling or sending meth across state lines. And it was like in the news. But yeah, she taught us a dance. And so she taught us a dance to the song Low by Flo-rida. So that's coming up at the end of this video. Aside from that, I did give a presentation on suicide and depression in children and adolescents. Flu season is here, so don't forget to get your flu shot. I got mine. So here's the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Come on. So they had them apple bottom jean boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, so they got low. Them baggy sweatpants and the Reeboks with the straps. Turned around and gave that big booty a smash. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, so they got low. I ain't never seen nothing that'll make me go this crazy on like cinema dough. Had $1 million vibe and nobody to go. Them birthday cakes, they stole the show. So sexual, she was flexible, professional, taking X and O. Hold up, wait a minute, do I see what I think I will? Did I think I seen sure to get low? Ain't the same when it's up that close. Make it rain, I'm making it snow. Work the pole, I got the thing roll. I'ma say that I prefer them no clothes. I'm into that, I love women exposed. She threw it back at me, I gave her more. Cash ain't no problem, I know where it goes. She had them apple bottom jean boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, so we got low. Them baggy sweatpants and the Reeboks with the straps. Turned around and gave that big booty a smash. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, so we got low. Hey, what I gotta do to get you home? My jeans full of guap and they ready for shows. Got a light made back for the sexy grown. Patron on the rocks that'll make you moan. What's that? Come on. 2 stacks, come on. 3 stacks, come on. Now that's 3 grand. What you think I'm playing? Baby girl, I'm the man. I did a rubber band. That's what I told her. Her legs on my shoulder. I knew it was over. That Henny and Cola got me like a soldier. She ready for Rover. I couldn't control her. So lucky on me, I was just like a clover.